What is ibadah? Sometimes you'll find the word ibadah translated as worship. This is a very unfortunate translation, and we don't have an adequate word really in the English language. Because when you say worship in English, you think of, people think of going to the church once a week, right? Or perhaps not even that. Perhaps they think of Christmas. That's it. Going on your knees once in a while, right? Maybe giving a bit of charity to the, lost orphans of, Kaponko or something, I don't know, right? That's worship to them. You think, what, life? That's the purpose of life, to do that? Is that it? But this is this is not the idea. The Quran, when the Quran talks about ibadah, worship, it is something much more comprehensive. Much more comprehensive. And the word ibadah or ibadah in Islam, or worship in Islam, can be defined as this. It is everything which the Creator loves and approves of. It is everything which the Creator loves and approves of. Whether it is the actions of the heart, such as love, fear, hope, trust, reverence, awe, reliance. These are some of the actions of the heart. Or the actions of the limbs. What you do with your body. So the purpose of life, the reason for our existence, is to make all of the actions of our hearts and the actions of our limbs, actions that are those which are actions that the Creator Allah loves and approves of. And the only way we can know and we can reach knowledge and certainty of those actions, beliefs, attitudes, which the Creator Allah loves and approves of, the only way we can know that is through His revelation. Through what He revealed, the guidance He sent down. And this is the great bounty and mercy of Allah, that He did not leave us to guess. He did not leave us to wander blindly through life, speculating. But He gave us a revelation, and with this revelation He gave clear signs and clear proofs, so that anyone could know with certainty that this Quran is from Him. And that He guided us to all the paths and all the ways of His pleasure. And He warned us away from all the paths and all the ways to His displeasure. So that the reality of the condition of the human being, the reality of the condition of the human being, is that no heart can find rest. No human being can find true peace and true tranquility except in pure and sincere submission to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to His will, to His laws, to His decrees. And we have to understand something very important. Every human being is a slave. Every human being is a slave. We are all slaves to one thing or another thing. All of us, without exception. Some people are slaves to fashion. Some are slaves to their work. Some to their business. Some to their nationality. Some and many are slaves to many different masters at the same time. Many different things they are enslaved to them, believing that these things are the source of their success and their happiness. So they follow them. They do the bidding of these things. So you see girls today, for example, they think, and it goes back to what we started with, they think that, look, I want to be like that supermodel. I want to be like Eleanor Macpherson, Naomi Campbell, whatever it is. I want to look like her. I want to be like her. Because look, everybody admires her. Everybody thinks she's beautiful. So if I look like her, then people would admire me. People would think I'm beautiful. And I will be successful. I will be happy. So they're ready to kill themselves. They do kill themselves. Anorexia, bulimia. They make themselves sick. They starve themselves to death because they want to look like this image of beauty that has been put in front of them. And they make sure that they buy the right clothes from the right shops because they want to reach that state. That's what they think. And is that not slavery? Is that not being enslaved? And this is the case with everybody. Everybody is a slave to something. Most people are a slave to many things. But all of these masters are false masters. They will not treat their servants properly. In fact, they abandon them and let them down. They are not guided. They are really illusions themselves. So who is better? Who is better off? Whose condition is a better condition? The one who is a slave to many masters. And not only is this one a slave to many different masters, but also each one of these masters is calling that slave in a different direction. One says come here, the other says no here, the other says no there. So you're constantly torn. Who's better, this person or the one who is a slave to one master? And moreover, this master is wise, knowing, just and kind. This is the similitude. This is the example of those people who are slaves to the world and the things of the world. This is the example of the people who are enslaved to the material world. They are like the one who is a slave to many masters. And each one pulls them in a different direction. And the similitude of the true believer is the one who is the slave to one master, one Lord. And moreover, this Lord is rightly guided and guides rightly with knowledge and wisdom and compassion. Who knows us better than our own selves? Except the one who created us. Who knows us better than our own selves? The one who created us. It is Allah. So the hearts can never find rest. You will never find peace. You will never find tranquility. You will never find true happiness until you submit yourself to the purpose for which you have been created. Everything else is merely you running away from your nature. You are running away from your own nature. Your nature is to worship Allah. Your nature is to submit to Him. Your nature is to be a slave to Him. That is the nature of every single human being. So how can you find happiness in anything except that? And this, brothers and sisters, may Allah have mercy on you and guide you upon Allah's straight path. This is one of the greatest meanings of La ilaha illallah, that there is nothing worthy of worship except Allah. That all slavery is false slavery. All worship and submission is false except to Allah. And that you will never find true peace and true happiness and true contentment in life except through submitting to Allah. And that is why Allah says in the Quran, the meaning of which is, verily, certainly, it is in the remembrance of Allah that the hearts find rest. It is in remembering Allah, obeying Him, doing that which He has commanded. It is in this, and in reality, in this alone, that you will find the true success of this life and the true success of the life to come. And may Allah's peace and blessings be upon His last and final messenger Muhammad, who guided us through his example how to seek the pleasure of Allah, and how to be the perfect worshipper of Allah, and how to find the true peace, the true success, and the true happiness. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.